Hello. So today I want to tell you about Gems of Iridescia, and this is a game that was on Kickstarter and recently fulfilled and is now available in retail. And Rockstone and Dice Games was nice enough to send me this copy so I can share it with all of you. And there's also the Starlight of Iridescia expansion, which adds some really cool star tokens and some extra tiles and cards to the games. So if you're wanting to up things just a little bit, an expansion is also available. So this game is really interesting because essentially you are going around mining for gems. And I kind of wanted to show you how cool the whole box is. So you will have this board that you're going to put out there like this, and you've got your point tracker around the outside, which is great. You've got all your iconography references here. And then as you can see, there are hexagons all along this board, and those are going to get filled in with tiles. The opposite side is the starlight side. So if you're playing with the expansion, you will use this side. So this is the board that you're going to be playing on, and everybody will be playing on the same board. And then you also have, you also have your personal player board. So this is where when you mine gems, you're going to get to store them down here, and you are limited to the number of gems you can store by what your board shows. So I, of course, am the green player, obviously. So this is my mining board, and I just think the artwork is so cute, showing them working in the mine, and I'm going to be collecting gems here, and gems are going to be used to be getting artifact cards that are worth points at the end of the game and are one of the biggest ways that you get points. We also have these dice that go on our gem areas, and they all start out at 2 because when we're first mining gems, things are going to be cheap. It's going to be easy to go in and mine a color of gem, but every time we mine it, the cost will increase. So then it becomes more expensive to mine it, which is not great, obviously, if you're trying to get things for an affordable price. And the other thing is you can also sell your gems when you need some coin, but when the mines are, or the dice are cheap, the gems are cheap, that's not when you want to sell. You want to sell when stuff is worth more money. So it's this balance of I want to try and mine them when they're cheap and sell them when they're high, just, kind of like in the real world. So we have all of these different tokens. You can see they have the different backs, and they're going to be placed out on the board in the corresponding areas. So you place all of these out on all of the hexes on the board, and what's going to happen is on your turn you are going to get to reveal 2 tiles, and you're going to get to pick one. So in this case they were both blue, but let's say I revealed a blue and a green. I then get to pick one, and I will move my character onto there. So you'll have kind of this whole resource tray out in the game so everyone can reach. So let's say I decide I want the green gem. So I put my character there and I get a green gem and I add it to my personal board. So I now have a green gem. I can then decide, do I want to mine for more green gems? Because green is what I collected. That's what I can mine for. So if I want to mine for more green gems, then, and the whole board would be set up. I'm just not setting up all of the hexagons because if I do, I will bump the board while I'm trying to film this and they will go everywhere and that will be a disaster. But we have mining dice. And so if I am like, you know what? Green are only 2 right now. I'm going to try and mine. And if I roll higher than that number, then I will get additional gems. So I now have 3 green gems that I can add to my board. Now, because I mined, that went up and is now worth more. If I really needed some coin right now, I could choose to sell one. Sometimes you will have ability cards. Let me show you some of those. You will have ability cards that might let you trade in 2 gems for 1 of something else. You can choose different relics. So like this one is a card I could have bought for 4 coins that says gain 2 times the gems you normally would when mining this turn. So you're going to have a lot of these ability cards, and these ability cards you have to buy with coins, which is why you may have needed to sell some of your gems so that you have more of these coins. You're also going to have goal cards that you are trying to go for. So for example, maybe I am trying to restore the most emerald relics this game. So if I do that, I'm going to get endgame points. Player aids for everybody. And then here are the relic cards that we're restoring. And there will always be several available at any given time. And when one is restored, a new one will come out. So like this one is restore one relic from each gem type. So that if you do that, that's going to be one of your gold cards. Sorry, that was in the wrong spot. But here, so like this one, I would need 2 emeralds and a sapphire. And if I do that, I get to collect this card, which as you can see will get me 5 points and can also help me work towards those end game goals of restoring the most certain types of relics or things of that nature. And there are a whole bunch of these. So every game you're not going to see all of the possible relics that you can restore. So it's not like you can be like, oh, I know I really want this one. I'm just going to save up gems until that happens. And the other thing is in this game, you are always moving forward. So every time you are going to reveal the 2 tiles, you can reveal the tiles that are next to you or in front of you 1 level. So you could, let's say for some reason, let's say I took this one, but this was not revealed for whatever reason. So I'm here. I could reveal 1 tile next to me and 1 tile above me and decide which one I want to move to. Once I move up a row, I can never move back a row. So you are always moving forward. And once you get to the top, you can't move forward anymore. So you'll just collect a small bonus until everyone makes it to the top and that end game is triggered. So there's some things going on there as well. It also plays solo, which you know I love. So you have the option to play solo. And then there's some ways that you can get some cool extra dice so that when you're mining, you can actually roll more than just the normal dice you would roll, so that way you can try and get even more gems. And if there's something that's worth a lot, maybe you really want to roll a whole bunch so that you can sell it and get some coins so that you can buy those cards that are going to help you, which in turn are going to help you restore relics. It's this whole like circular economy going on of I need to get benefits, I need to get gems, I need to restore relics. So there's a lot going on. There's no one clear path because you're setting up these tiles differently every time. But I love how everything is laid out really clearly in the resource tray so everyone can get what they need very easily. You've got your coins, you've got your different gems, things like that going on. You've got your great organization so that you know each tile type because you do lay them out. First you have, kind of the desert, then the mid-desert, all the way up to the very top, which is when you are getting to the kingdom. So I think this is a super fun game. It is one I have been playing on BGA for quite a while. It came out on there, I want to say several months ago. So I've been playing it on there. I love now that I have a physical copy of it to play it because there is just always something different about getting to hold and touch and manipulate the pieces and actually move around the board that, as fun as BGA is, it just can't replicate that in the same way. So I am absolutely loving this game. It was one of those that, I saw the Kickstarter and then now it's in retail. So I'm glad that a lot of people are able to get it. I think it is one that people will definitely enjoy. I think it's fun that you have this little Starlight expansion to add just a little bit of extra flair to it if you need that. But that is Gems of Iridescia. So let me know what you think of it. Did you back the Kickstarter? Have you played it? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.